Hey guys, it's Core Ross and welcome to Busting Rainbow Six Siege. Today we are busting Maverick. So Maverick is the new hard breacher in Rainbow Six Siege. He's kind of a hard breacher support though, is what I'd actually call him. He's a 3-speed, 1 armor attacker and he is equipped with an AR-15 with 50 caliber Beowulf rounds along with an M4 as well. So this is two primary options, both of them pretty damn good. He's also got the 1Q11 TAC Ops, which is also called the 1911 in Game 2. He's got smoke grenades as his special gadgets alongside a claymore. Now what was really funny about Maverick was that he was given this as his counters during the livestream reveal of Operation Grim Sky, and that is that his only counter is nitro cells. So this guy can burn through reinforced walls, and it doesn't matter if you bandit battery them, it doesn't matter if you mute jam them, he can just burn right through them and he can put any size hole anywhere he wants in those reinforcements, which makes him incredibly versatile. Now before we get started, a big thanks to my Patreon supporters who actually helped to keep the 6 News and Mythbuster series alive. So thanks very much guys, and let's get on with the myths. The blowtorch can destroy barbed wire. So this is something that is pretty awesome because this guy is all about being silent and being sneaky and getting flanks off that no one expects. Because you're usually, able to hear someone meleeing some barbed wire or moving through it. But our man Maverick can come along and take them out very quietly and very quickly. And especially if he's leading a little team of attackers through that are supporting him, it's awesome. So that is confirmed. The blowtorch destroys deployable shields. So this is another very versatile aspect of Maverick. He can, with a very quick attack, destroy deployable cover. This is great if there's like frost on the enemy team, things like that, and just makes those annoying shields a little bit less pain in the ass. And especially if he's supported by just a couple of attackers to cover him while he's doing it, pretty awesome. The blowtorch destroys the evil eye. So of course this is yet another support feature of Maverick that makes him just handy to have around, as he can come in and destroy Maestro's turret real quick, real fast, no problem, and that is confirmed. Now of course another versatile option would be the blowtorch versus plain windows, so we got to test that as well. So Vigil and Duckabee could go through the plain windows during the test phase of their season, however Maverick cannot. It does have a nice fire effect, but it certainly does not cut through the plain windows, so that is busted. Blowtorch versus MIRA's windows, specifically the glass. So as you can see here, we've got the glass, we've got the blowtorch, and nothing. It's just like the plain windows. We are burning away, but we are not doing any damage to that glass panel, so that is busted. However, I'm going to show you the Maverick trick. So this is an easy and quick way to destroy a MIRA's black windows entirely without using that much fuel. So you'll notice that there's these 4 pegs that go into the wall, and if you hit all 4 of these just with a little bit of blowtorch action, you'll completely and utterly destroy the window. Now you might be thinking this would leave him very vulnerable, but all you have to do is hit the 2 at the top and then go prone and hit the 2 at the bottom, giving yourself plenty cover from the enemy. Now there is other options which we'll get to soon, but doing this pretty handy and pretty, you end up making a big hole without using up much of your fuel. I was actually able to do it with only 3 pegs here. I don't know why, but for some reason that worked. And you can see the non-reinforced version as well. So it makes a really handy big hole relatively quickly, relatively safely if you go prone. And then of course, because you then have this massive hole, you can come in and you can easily cut it into a vaultable hole without using much fuel and getting into objective rooms. Now especially if you've got a buddy on a drone letting you know what's in there, if no one's covering that MIRA window at that time, by the time the enemy come back they might not realize you've gone in there. However, there is another option, which is the going prone and then actually burning the hole underneath and blowing out the canister. This one gives you a lot of good protection. The downside is that the actual frame of the MIRA window stays there, which means you can't then make a bigger hole from it. But still it's really good for making a nice attack hole when you're up against MIRA. The blowtorch is bulletproof. So when this guy's artwork was released, it looked like this big meaty shield that could potentially give him a lot of protection, but when we actually see the gadget in game, it's tiny. It looks so much smaller than the promotional artwork. Like, it just looks like a teeny little thing. And the bullets go straight through. They just go right through it. No bullet gets stopped. Nothing happens. So yeah, unfortunately that is busted. I think it'd be cool if it was a little bit of protection. You can hurt the hostage with the blowtorch. So of course we have to test everything on this series. That means every little thing. And yeah, the blowtorch will hurt the hostage. So yeah, that's not useful, but maybe it's something Fuse likes. Blowtorch versus turret. So of course we had to test if the blowtorch had any major effect on Chachanka's turret. And it doesn't. If you actually get close enough, it does burn him, but it doesn't seem to damage the shield, which is kind of curious, I guess. And I also attempted to try and destroy it by actually burning out the ground below the turret. Again, maybe that would destroy it, but no, that turret just stayed there. It'd be kind of funny, I think, if you could like melt the support and the thing like fell over or something. But yeah, that's busted. Bandit can still electrify blowtorched walls. So this is kind of interesting because normally as soon as a hole like a Habana has been made in a reinforced wall, then you are unable to put your electrified battery down. It just kind of decides that that wall is no longer capable of that. Whereas the blowtorch is different. It seems to react differently to the damage in some way. Like the blowtorch's damage is somehow different, and it allows you to place that battery down no matter how badly damaged that reinforced wall is. So for instance, we've got a battery here that's electrifying this wall, even though there's no physical contact possible between it and the wall. And Bandit can come in, he can pick it up, he can put it back down. It doesn't seem to matter. So it just works differently from the Habana'd reinforced walls. So that is confirmed. Blowtorch versus frost traps. So of course we gotta go through everything, and you can see the blowtorch easily destroys frost traps. Now, it's not useful because obviously you can just shoot them, but maybe you're just sitting there with the blowtorch out, go for it. It's confirmed. Maverick can make 4 holes that can be passed through. So one of the most enjoyable things you can do with this operator is to make the sneakiest little hole and just sneak your entire team through and get in behind the enemy where they just don't expect you to be. And overall, it looks like Maverick can make about 4 holes. So what I've done here is made pretty much the smallest hole you can get through, and you can easily make 4 of these. People on Reddit have actually managed to make 4 vaultable holes. So there's definitely potential for this guy doing even more than 4 if you're very experienced with the blowtorch. And yeah, like I say, if you keep these holes relatively small, you can make a lot of them. And it is very fun to sneak around with them. So that is confirmed. You can blowtorch the floor from below. Now, the ceilings of course have to be low enough, or you have to have something you can stand on. But you can certainly come in and blowtorch the ceilings, and then of course if there's a defender up there, you can then shoot them. So a bit of coordination, and as long as the defender doesn't hear you, like if you're burning directly underneath them, they really should hear you, but he is damn quiet so they might not, so that's confirmed. Another thing you can do is also blowtorch roof panels from below as well. Now this is probably something you don't want to do alone. You probably want to have an attacker with you to back you up, but certainly it might just be handy to get a drop on a defender who's above you. But I don't know if it's that useful, but it's certainly confirmed. More fuel is required for reinforced hatches. Now the interesting thing is, normal walls and reinforced walls take exactly the same amount of fuel to burn the same damage. They don't have any difference, which is kind of odd considering you're burning through like metal in one of them and like really weak stuff in others. Whereas the reinforced hatches, as you can see here, we've had to do from the corners about 1.5 lines in order to then break that panel. It's a lot. Whereas the actual non-reinforced one, it's maybe a line or less before they break. So yeah, for some reason hatches take a lot longer than the walls. Or maybe the walls should take longer if they're reinforced. But that is confirmed. Mavericks 50 caliber versus plain windows. So of course we always have to check these things. So of course earlier we did the blowtorch. It had no effect on the window whatsoever, although it has that nice fire effect. So of course the Beowulf rounds, well, no, they don't actually manage to go through. So again, Glass for the moment is still the only operator that can go through plain windows. So that is busted. So there you go, guys. That is all the myths for Maverick. If you've got any more myths you want to suggest, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, go check out Clash's Mythbuster episode. It's actually longer than this one because, my god, the amount of interaction with other operators is just mental. One of the most complicated operators I've ever tested. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.